In preparation for this video today, my brain has decided it's gonna be a really good idea to just play Havana on repeat for like 72 hours. And every time I look down at the packaging and I read Havana, I'm just like, Havana, oh, just so boppy, I can't stop. Hello everyone, I am here today, as would explain by the title. Wait, hold on, title. I'm going to be reviewing the Havana collection that L'Oreal did in collaboration with Camila. I am very excited because I honestly, I talked about it on an Insta story, but I am obsessed with this packaging. Like seriously, I want my whole house to look like this. I haven't tried any of these products yet, so I really want to put them to the test, do a full day wear test for you guys, update you at the end of the day. We'll see how everything is wearing, my favorites, my least favorites, and all that stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you do. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on new videos every Thursday and Sunday. And make sure you click on that little notification bell. It doesn't ding. I wish it dinged. Wouldn't that be awesome? If you click the notification bell, can you leave me a comment down below and just write ding? It makes me feel better. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and without further ado, let's get into this. So I'm going to start with my face makeup. I'm just going to do a little primer first. This is the Farsali, the Skin Tune one. I included a full review on it in Thursday's video if you are interested. And now I want to get into the liquid bronzer. This is the Sunlit bronzer. This is light medium and medium deep. They have two different skin tones, and it says here it is hydrating, lightweight, ultra buildable, and you can mix it in with your foundation. You can use it on its own. I'ma do both. Oh, it's glowy. That I wasn't expecting. I don't know why I thought this would be matte. Of course it's glowy. So we have the two shades here. Sorry, that's a really small swatch, but there is the dark one and the medium one right there. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to mix it in with my Dior Forever Undercover foundation and just see what that looks like. I'm going to use light medium, add a little bit in here. Boop. Gonna put some on my face here. Oh, I hope this isn't too gray. Like that looks gray, right? Row. Please turn bronzy. Please turn bronzy. Okay, once I blend it into the skin, it doesn't seem to be as like gray looking. So that's good. And we'll see what this looks like as a liquid bronzer and how it reacts on top of the foundation and how much bronziness is gonna add to the skin. I don't know. So I'm gonna try the light medium one first. And I'm just gonna put some just underneath my cheekbones. And then like right up along the side of the face. Oh, that was probably too much. It's okay, blending. There's a bunch of different ways you can apply the liquid bronzer. Like I could do it with a brush, fingertips. I'm just gonna try all the different ways, you know? I don't like it so far with a sponge. I feel like it's just not like showing up on my skin. Let's see what happens when we use like a brush instead. Like it's kind of there, right? I feel like I'm using a lot of this liquid bronzer to get it to show up. Maybe I'll try the medium deep and just see how that one compares. Okay, that's much darker. See what I mean? And I'm just blending it up and out and back into the cheekbones. I don't know, guys. This is a lot of work. Are you guys noticing anything? Is it just me? Like, I feel like it's just not showing up well. Oh, now it's starting to look a little bit streaky. I seem to have reached the max level of blending that it will allow. And the fact that I can use the medium deep, and you can see how pale I am, I don't know how well this would work for other skin tones. Now that I have the rest of my base done, like, look at that highlight. Boom. I want to get into the brows, and I'm going to be testing out the Gotta Give brow. This is in the shade light. They have light, medium, and dark, and it's supposed to outline, fill, and define for natural looking color. And it says it's a liquid brow. I know how to open packages, okay? And on the inside is like a really long, stiff brush. Is it a brush or is it a sponge? I think it's a sponge, but you can see it is very, very liquidy. So I don't know if it's supposed to like tint your brows or something, and it comes off almost immediately. Cool. I don't know if this is going to give me as much precision as I want. I'm gonna try the darker shade. I think the lighter shade is actually pretty good for the front, but I'm not really noticing anything in like the rest of my brow, you know? This right here is the shade medium. It's actually gonna be a good shade match, I think, for me. Not too warm, not too cool, a nice neutral tone. Those are some streaky marks. Hold on. I wonder what happens if I like brush this a little bit. Is it gonna like smear it everywhere? Let's hope not. I want to soften some of those like marks up here. I definitely need to like wipe off the outside to remove any excess product, because otherwise it's very thick. Like every time I just get like a dot on top of my eyebrow. Why do I do this? For me, I'm just trying to figure out who this product was made for, like from a marketing perspective, because to me, it's not so easy that it's just like whip it together and like boom, 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 and you're done. It requires a little bit more precision, but the actual like head of the product is too thick to create like perfect little wispy brow hairs. So I don't really know how to define this. Like, I do like the way my brows are looking. I think the product, like, it looks good in the brows. I'm not really sure if I could define who it would be good for, and it's not something I can see myself like continuously reaching for. Now moving on to the eyeshadow singles. She has 4 different shades that she launched with L'Oreal, and they are called the Eyeshadow. That's it. I thought I had a cute name, but no, it's just Havana Eyeshadow. I'll swatch all 4 of the shades so you guys can see up close what the shades look like. In terms of the texture, they're very smooth, like a little bit, I don't know how they're smooth, but also kind of dusty, but I am okay with the texture. That right there is a really nice like pink frosty shade. Not one that I would personally reach for a lot, but like it's pretty. So there are all 4 of the shades right there. I'll show you guys close up so you can actually see what the colors look like and how they swatch. I think my favorites out of all of them are probably In Love and Oh Na Na. My least favorite is definitely Hot Havana. It just was very dry when I was swatching it, and it has a ton of glitter in it. I feel like dry texture plus glitter is just gonna be like very crumbly and messy underneath the eyes. So I think I'm going to play with, I think my favorite is probably this one, which is Oh Na Na, which is a really pretty, soft, kind of a reddy pink tone. I already primed my eyes, so I will take just a brush and sort of like tap it into this product, and I was trying to look in here for a mirror. There is none, it's a single. And let's just apply this to the lid. Sometimes I find shadows like this work best if you use your fingertip to apply them. They just apply a lot smoother. This is really patchy. Doesn't help that I have fingerprints and smudges all over this mirror. Let's try this mirror. Let's see what happens if I use it wet. Like, is this gonna work? Okay, that's like a little bit more metallic. It's not like mind-blowing though. And then I'm gonna take the pink shade, and I just wanna see how it complements this one. And I'm just patting it over top and in the center. Honestly, because they're singles, I was kind of hoping that she would do a shade that sort of complement the packaging, like something that's like a bright pop. Because it's a single, sometimes it's nice to get a bright color like that because you don't have to spend a ton of money on like a big, huge, clunky thing just for that one color. And it would just be like a fun, unique shade to play with. I feel like I can get these in a lot of different eyeshadow palettes. Let's put a little bit of control and like put that along the lash line. Like, I don't even see it. Is this just me? Let's smudge it underneath the eyes too. Like, they're fine, I guess. It's just not like something I feel like, wow, you absolutely need to include in your collection, you know? Oh man, this is bumming me out because the packaging is so beautiful. I'm gonna add a little bit of highlight to my inner corners because I feel like the pink shade is not going to be light enough for that. I don't even know if my highlight is gonna be light enough for that. Oh, you know, it's not bad. Might mix in a little bit of that pink because this one feels a little on the yellow side. Okay, that's better. Now let's go in with the liner that I have misplaced. I literally was just holding it. Here's the package that I took it out of. Oh, never mind, it was right in front of me. That is embarrassing. So this is the flash liner, which is easy, precise, line in a flash. You can do all sorts of different looks according to the packaging. So it looks kind of like a really pointy Sharpie. We'll see how easy this is to apply. Let's see if it can reach all the way to the inner corner. Okay, that did a pretty good job. Oh, tickles a little bit. I'm trying to gauge how precisely it's gonna do a wing, because like these wings, they don't just magically appear. I don't just like whoop whoop and I'm done, you know? To me, the liner is drying down a little bit on the gray side. It's not as pitch black as I would like. It is fairly precise. It does go on well, and it doesn't like dry out super quickly, but it's not as black as I want it. Now we can go into the lip product. These are the lip dews. She came out with 4 different shades. It says here it's just going to just be more of like a dewy lip glow, as they call it. So something that's not going to give a ton of color, but enough that it's just going to transform your lips in like a slight sort of way. So this is not over the top color. Got it. Whoa, that is the biggest applicator I've ever seen for a lip gloss. So that is Serendipity, just a very, very slight color. It's pretty though. Oh, it's like a smell to it. It's very sweet. It smells like a Bath and Body Works candle. No joke, that's exactly what it smells like. So here are all of the shades right here. Again, just a very light kind of a gloss. This is going to give a hint of color. I think out of all of them, my favorite is actually the first one that I swatched, was the Serendipity. So I want to start with that one on the lips. Ooh. Oh, that feels so good. The larger applicator is actually really nice for this type of gloss. Like, it just glides on so smoothly. It makes my lips look like they're not chapped, and they are. Feels really hydrating. It doesn't give too much of a gloss. It's just like just enough. Oh, that's really pretty. Let's take this off and put on another one. I want to try the metallic one next. This one is in the shade Lit Up. The metallic undertone is very, very subtle, which I like. It's really nice for this gloss. This one isn't my favorite on me, but I feel like if you had a deeper skin tone, this would look ridiculously nice. Like, to me, I would put this on top of like a lighter liquid lipstick. I feel like that would add a nice balance to it, just for me personally. So this one right here is Camila. It's probably the most subtle of all of the different ones that I have tried on so far. Like, you can barely tell that there's any color in it. And then lastly, we're gonna try Desnudo. This one is definitely the most pigmented out of all the different glosses. I don't like it personally on myself. It's not terrible, but it's not my favorite on me. I feel like if you had a medium to deeper skin tone, this would look stunning, but it's just not my favorite on mine. I think Serendipity is still my favorite. I think this one still wins. So now I wanna see how everything wears. I wanna see if this liner stays put, if it's gonna start smudging or cracking. I wanna see how the bronzer's looking in different lights and the lip gloss and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go about my day and I will check in with you guys in a bit. Whoa, that is too far away. Hang on. Let's just get in there a little bit. So it is now the end of the day, and this is what my makeup is looking like. You can see it's held up fairly well. I just realized this now at the end of the day that I should have made this a buy or buy. So I'm gonna make this a buy or buy, and I'm gonna talk about it now. So here we go. Buy or buy. Done. Now it is a buy or buy video. So I'm gonna rate my experience with each of these products using the dancing girl emoji. And the dancing girl emoji will represent Camila, since she is the collaborator with this product. So 5 dancing girls out of 5. We're talking like Camila being in the room and like putting the makeup on you. And then 1 dancing girl out of 5 is like a really bad Camila impersonator on YouTube singing off key. Or you know those songs that play sometimes in stores and it's not the actual singer, but it like sounds kind of like the song? You're like, Havana. Is it though? So let's just dive into this. I'm gonna start with my absolute favorite product, which is definitely the Lip Dew. I put some on again, like it didn't last like this all day. Can you imagine? That'd be amazing. Brands, make that happen. But I have been obsessively applying this all day. I love it. It smells amazing. It feels so good on the lips. It's not too glossy, but it just adds this nice amount of color to it. Like, oh, I'm obsessed with them. I think they're amazing. This right here, 5 Dancing Camillas. This is amazing. Now moving on to the Sunlit Bronzer. And this product, it just didn't wow me. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like great either. And I didn't love the fact that I could use either of these shades. I have something in my eye. Okay, we're good. I could use either of these shades and would probably be fine. Like, the medium deep should be too dark for me. I shouldn't be able to use both of them. That's why there are 2 different colors. I think it would be nice to add into some of my lighter foundations, but I do think I like my it is more expensive, but the Giorgio Armani one, I think I like that one a lot better. I'm trying to find it. Here we go. This one right here. This one is by Giorgio Armani. It's their Fluid Sheared in the shade 10. It has just the right amount of warmth to it. It has some goldness to it without glitter. This is my go-to ride or die for adding into any of my foundations, and I love this one. So I will be sticking to this. This just didn't do it for me. So I'm gonna give this 2 Dancing Girls out of 5. Next up are the brow products. This is a solid 2 Dancing Girls out of 5. It's just in this like weird space where I don't really know or have a need for using it, and I have products in both of those categories that I like better. So this just was kind of a weird miss for me. The eyeshadows, they look fine. They weren't that impressive to me. And I wore 3 of the colors on my eyes. And when I went downstairs and I was showing them to Caroline, who's my sister-in-law, and she was looking at it, I was like, I have 3 of the shades out of 4 on my eyes. She's like, what? Like, it looks like I have 1 color just kind of like washed all over the lid. The payoff wasn't that impressive, and I have other products, even just like eyeshadows from L'Oreal alone that I like better than these. And then for the flash liner, I'm kind of on the fence about. I think it did do what it said it was going to do. I do like the very fine tip. It's much easier to create that nice, precise, like, kind of like cut wing look, but I feel like it's just not as black as I want it to be. It sort of has faded throughout the day. It has stayed in place, just faded in spots. So I mean, overall, I gotta say, if you have a chance to pick up these lip glosses, I think they were awesome. This was definitely the highlight for me from the entire collection. I will absolutely be continuing to use these, and I think they're awesome glosses. So that is my final verdict. What do you guys think of them? Have you tried any of these products before? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? What other collections do you guys want me to review in another buy or buy? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you do. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on new videos every Thursday and Sunday. And check out my other buy or buys if you are interested in other new product launches or brand reviews. I talk about the best and worst from different brands. I have one in the works that I'm like currently working on, but they take some time. I see all of your comments. But I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing Sunday, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you all. Mwah.